Hey there, deep diving friend. Ready for a deep dive?
Always up for a deep dive. What are we looking into today?
Well, you know how everyone's freaking out about ChatGPT and all that?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out there's this whole other side to AI that's like just as important as making these models bigger and smarter. And it's called inference compute.
Inference compute.
Yeah. And you sent over this Reddit thread from our Singularity. It's about some of OpenAI's Noam Brown's comments. And wow, like some of the comments there.
Yeah.
Just mind-blowing, even for AI geeks like me.
Oh, yeah, I saw that thread. It's
Yeah.
interesting how people are interpreting it. It really highlights something crucial about AI that doesn't get enough attention.
Exactly. And that's what we're going to unpack today.
Right.
So can you give us the quick and dirty on what inference compute actually is?
Sure. So basically, it's about making AI think more efficiently, not just cramming in more data.
Okay, so instead of like giving AI a bigger brain, we're teaching it to use the one it has better.
Exactly. Think of it this way. Imagine you're learning a new skill, like baking.
Okay, I'm following.
Training the AI is like going to pastry school. Intense, lots of info, building your skills. Inference is using what you've learned to bake a cake in your own kitchen.
Okay, so training is like the knowledge download, inference is putting it all to use.
Exactly. And just like a good baker can do amazing things with what they know, optimizing that inference stage in AI, that's showing huge potential.
Yeah.
It's not just about how big the AI is, it's about how effectively it uses what it knows.
Which brings us back to Noam Brown, right? He's saying focusing on this inference compute thing could be a game changer.
Yeah, he's saying instead of just throwing more data at AI models to make them smarter, we might get further by figuring out how to make them think longer and harder with what they already know.
That's like that saying, work smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
Now, in that Reddit thread, I saw one commenter, different Froyo 9497 or something, mentioned that just giving OpenAI's O1 model a bit more thinking time leads to a performance jump, like 10x the training data. Is that for real, or is that just hype?
Well, it's not hype, but it's complicated. The O1 model, it's part of OpenAI's push for more efficient systems. Instead of one massive model, they've made a system where smaller, specialized models all work together.
Oh, so like a team of bakers instead of just one super baker.
Exactly. And extending the thinking time basically means giving these models more computational resources to process and decide. Like giving our baking team more time to tweak the recipe and experiment, you know?
Yeah.
The results, different Froyo 9497 mentioned, do suggest there's a lot of potential there.
Okay, so it's not just think harder. There's some serious science happening behind the scenes here. But for the average person, why should they care about AI thinking longer? What's the big deal?
Well, for one, it could mean faster, more accurate answers from your AI assistant. Imagine asking a question, and instead of a generic response, it actually takes a second, considers everything, and gives you a truly insightful answer.
Like it actually understands what I meant, not just what I said? That'd be refreshing.
Yeah,
that'd be a game changer for sure.
No more useless chatbot responses. Right, but it's bigger than just assistance. Think about like medical diagnoses. Imagine AI analyzing medical images or patient data. With more time to think, it could maybe diagnose things earlier, more accurately, potentially saving lives.
Whoa, okay, so we're talking AI that's not just faster, but like way smarter too.
Potentially, yeah. But we gotta be real, we're still in the early stages, figuring out how to best optimize this inference thing. That's a huge research area. Lots of challenges still.
Like what?
Well, for one, figuring out the optimal thinking time. Too little and you get a rushed, maybe wrong answer. Too much and it's like analysis paralysis. You know?
Oh, totally. Like when I try to write a grocery list, 5 minutes and I'm out the door forgetting half the stuff. Or I'm in the aisles for an hour comparing cereal brands.
Exactly. Finding that balance, speed, accuracy, efficiency, that's key. And researchers are working on algorithms to adjust the thinking time based on whatever the AI is doing.
So it's like teaching the AI to be a good decision maker, knowing when to think fast and when to take its time. Which I gotta say, this whole thinking longer thing, some people might hear that and think, oh, super intelligent AI taking over the world.
I get it, sci-fi and all. But let's be real, it's not like the AI is suddenly becoming self-aware. It's about using what it knows more effectively.
Okay, so no need to panic just yet.
No need to panic. But it does bring up interesting questions about where AI is headed. Like, if we can make AI this much better just by optimizing inference, will we even need those giant AI models anymore?
Right. It seems like every other day there's a new AI that's like twice the size of the last one.
Yeah.
Guzzling data. But if we can get the same results, or better, with smaller, more efficient models, that changes everything.
Totally. It could make AI tech available to way more people, smaller companies, organizations that don't have the resources to build these massive models. It could really shake things up.
Huge implications. What else? Any other ripple effects we should be thinking about?
Well, there's the environmental impact. Those giant models,
Yeah.
they use a ton of energy. If we can get similar results with smaller models, that's a win for the planet.
So it's like a win-win progress A&D sustainability. Now, something I don't get. If OpenAI has cracked the code on making AI think longer, why are they being so stingy with the thinking time they're giving developers for that O1 preview?
Cost and control. Even thinking takes computer power. More thinking time equals more processing power, equals higher costs for OpenAI.
Ah, so it's a balancing act. Pushing the boundaries of AI, but also making sure they can pay the bills. But it sounds like they're holding O1 back a bit.
Probably. But there's another angle here. They want to see how developers use this thinking time. By watching them experiment, they get data to make their algorithms even better.
Sneaky. It's like they're crowdsourcing their research. Pretty smart, actually. Playing the long game. I like it. So where does this all lead? What's the next big thing in this whole inference compute revolution?
Well, if this really takes off, we could see a whole new kind of AI hardware.
Instead of those giant energy-sucking processors.
Exactly. Chips designed for efficient thinking. We're already seeing companies moving in that direction, making AI more accessible and de-energy efficient.
Now that's something I can get behind. Imagine sophisticated AI running on your phone without killing your battery in 5 minutes.
Exactly. And it's not just about that. This could be huge for smaller players in the AI field.
No more monopolies by the tech giants with all the computing power.
Potentially efficient inference. That could level the playing field. Startups, independent developers, they could use these new technologies to create totally new things.
A more diverse, competitive AI landscape. That's something I'd love to see.
It's an exciting time, and for users like you, it means more choices, more personalized AI experiences.
Definitely looking forward to that. It's clear this whole field is evolving at warp speed. But it sounds like this inference compute thing, making AI think smarter, not just bigger. That's a trend to watch.
Absolutely. This Reddit thread you shared, it really captures how this shift is capturing everyone's attention.
For sure. It's definitely captured mine. And I bet our deep diving friend out there is thinking the same thing. So as you explore the world of AI, remember, inference compute. It might just unlock the next generation of truly intelligent machines.
Machines that can do amazing things, all thanks to a little extra thinking time.
The possibilities are mind-blowing. Until next time, everyone, keep those brainwaves buzzing.